مجبوریم مبارزه کنیم دیگه کلاهبرداری نداره حالا.
Bread and Roses is a powerful new documentary about 3 Afghan women who are fighting for their rights since the Taliban took control of Kabul. Joining me now are executive producers Jennifer Lawrence and Malala Yousafzai and director Sahra Mani. Hi Malala, hi Sahra, hi Jennifer.
Hello.
Congratulations on the documentary. It is incredibly powerful. Jennifer, let's start with you first. How does a documentary like Bread and Roses have the power to highlight issues that mainstream media can often overlook?
Because in a lot of ways it's the opposite of the 24-hour news cycle. It's a permanent story of somebody's life, you know, and we get so numb to hearing stories from different parts of the world that don't affect us, and then we move on with our lives, and it's much harder to forget somebody's story when you know them. And I think that's why, depending on who you get to make your film and how powerful your film can be, this film is so full of hope and resilience, and our protagonists in this movie are just so inspiring to watch that I felt like it would be the perfect anecdote to the 24-hour news cycle.
Absolutely. Sahra, you know, these women are risking their lives daily to capture the footage for this documentary. As the director, how did you gain their trust? What was that process like for you?
I didn't really try to gain their trust because I had this honor that they already trusted me of making their story and as a movie and share it with a larger scale. So when I had this privilege that these 2 wonderful women are in my right side and left side, they generously willing to share their platform with women of Afghanistan. And trust me, as a director of this film, I tried to do my best to tell their stories, my protagonist's stories, with authenticity and respect. And I hope the world could hear their stories, but not only because their stories is unique, but also because this is the story of almost 20 million women in Afghanistan, not only women and girls, but also artists, like filmmakers, musicians are considered as a criminal right now. We don't have any cinema, and we are not able to express ourselves as an artist. And I think it's linked to the rest of the world, not only an issue in Afghanistan, but the future of us as a human.
Malala, you've overcome Taliban violence in your own life. You're a global icon for women's rights. What was this experience like for you working on a documentary like this?
I don't think we have fully overcome the Taliban's oppression, because other women and girls are still witnessing it in Afghanistan, even right now. And my only hope is that it never happens again. And that's why when I came across this documentary where 3 incredible Afghan women have come forward to share their story, I knew we have to share it with a wider audience and spread this message globally, so that people can understand what it is like to live under the Taliban. The Taliban have basically criminalized every human right for women, from the right to education, to work, to even political participation or any public presence, including going to a park or visiting a doctor. And Afghan women activists have been calling it a gender apartheid, because it is a systematic oppression that the Taliban are imposing upon women, and they're punishing women for disobeying any of these conducts, decrees and edicts that they have been issuing. What is really critical in this time is that we bring attention to what is happening to the women. We support the Afghan women activists in their campaign, especially around the gender apartheid campaign, which they want to be codified in the Crime Against Humanity Treaty, and to make sure that Afghan women are in the rooms where decisions about their future are negotiated, and making sure that the women's rights are a non-negotiable condition on the agenda.
Listen, I really appreciate you taking the time to talk to me today, and thank you for making such an important documentary. You can watch Bread and Roses on Apple TV Plus on November 22nd.